Everyone in cyber world. Today we're going to talk about motorcycle clubs and some of the things you want to keep in mind before you join one. If you'd like to contribute $1 or $2 to help the channel out, that would be great. The links for Insane Throttle's Patreon account and PayPal account are in the description box. As always, we do not charge at all for any of our content that we provide. Our channel is solely supported by those contributing to the channel and the cause, and we love all our contributors and thank them a bunch for everything. So with that, let's crack the throttle and let's get this show on the road. Biker Angle special edition. We're not going to be doing the news today. We're going to be talking about motorcycle clubs and some of the stuff you might want to look at before joining one. Basically, you want to join a motorcycle club because this seems to be the most talked about subject in the biker scene. Why? I don't quite get that yet, especially when there's a ton of boobs to look at, miles to ride, and plenty beer to drink. Yeah, you'll get that in a motorcycle club, but independents, they know how to rock the party, man. But again, everyone nowadays wants to talk about the motorcycle clubs, which, hey, that's cool. Motorcycle clubs could be a great avenue for some people. If that's your thing and you really want to explore a motorcycle club membership, then let's go over the good and the bads of being a member of the motorcycle club scene. Personally, I like the party and the boobs, but that's just a personal preference. Anyways, let's hit some of the good and bad points of an MC. Wait a second here. First off, let's put out a little disclaimer, shall we? For those looking for information on joining a motorcycle club, the route you do not want to take is asking people on the internet about it. Joining social media groups will not be the answer you're looking for. A lot of these groups or so-called groups are made up of people who were never in motorcycle clubs, and if they were, most will give you advice based on club politics. Worse yet, you will run into a lot of people that have been put out on bad. Which, this is a big no-no, taking advice from some of these people. The correct way, and the way that will answer your questions the best, is just walking up and building a rapport with an active member of a motorcycle club. What better way to get the information you're looking for than just going to the source? I get it. Most people are nervous about going up to a club member. Why? Because most of the time they do it in a way that is totally stupid. Sorry, just stating the facts. Personally, the best way to approach the subject is to hang at some bars that they might frequent. Get to know them for a few months without approaching the subject. Then as you get to know them, they will probably bring it up to you. The biggest no-no is trying to approach them and right off the bat, try asking them. After all, they don't know who the hell you are. Most MCs are tight-knit and many have known each other for years. So take your time. Get to know a member before asking them any questions. Another no-no is seeking out people over the internet. Especially, don't talk to some of these clubs who recruit over the internet. Those are the ones you want to run from. So before going on, let's take a look at some of the goods and the bads of an MC. So, first, let's go over the goods of an MC. Is you have to find the right club, first off. You will also find a good second family if you do find a good club. A good MC will require you to do a hang-around period and a prospect period. Sorry, any good MC will not just throw a patch on you. You're going to have to earn it. Gain their trust, and most of all, work for it. Another good aspect of a club is you will always have someone there to rely on. Well, if it's based on brotherhood anyways. Depending on the type of club you join, there's nothing better than going on runs, riding in a pack. The adrenaline pumps when you're riding deuce at 85 miles an hour down the highway. It really does. Your adrenaline is going. Again, depending on the club you want to get involved with, the parties will be out of this world. Lots of beer, titties, they'll be all over the place. Depending on the club. Most of all, if you do find the right club, you will be a part of something that is more than just yourself. You will be a small part of something really, if it's done right, is going to be fulfilling and a wild ride of ups and downs. Think about those ups and downs. You're going to have brothers right there by your side the whole time. So, the bad. Depending on your situation and the type of person you are, some of the following things could be considered bad for you. A lot of clubs have mandatory runs and meetings. If you're in a position where your job demands a lot out of you, or you don't like being away from family at the drop of a dime, then an MC isn't for you. You're going to want to join an RC at that point. No matter what club you decide to join, the cops will always harass you and will be pain in the dicks. It's something you're going to have to get used to. The next thing, club politics. No matter what people say about wanting to stay neutral, it's just not the case. Depending on what area of the country you live in, you're going to be with a club that has preference for one dominant over the other. So be prepared, depending on the type of club you're with, to be doing some bar hopping and chasing ghosts. This is especially true with those support clubs of the dominants that are officials. It's sad to say this on the next one, but it's true. It actually don't fully apply to just MCs. No matter what type of club or organization you join, someone will always be pulling some sort of scheme or playing politics to get ahead. Yes, it's supposed to be about brotherhood, but that don't stop human nature. Someone always has that power trip going on, and trust me, they will use the motorcycle club to achieve it. So, here are some big things you want to look at in a club, since we went over the good and some of the bads. Those ain't an entire list, trust me. It can go on, those lists of good and bads. But don't have that much time on video or on the Madhouse to explain it. So, the number one thing you want to look at is, don't even look at a club that hasn't been around for at least 5 years. Most clubs don't make it to the 5-year mark, and there's a number of reasons why. It could go from internal power struggles, the club don't stick to its bylaws, or, again, politics, and politics. Most people use these clubs as a stepping stone to get around the bigger clubs. So loyalty to the club is usually not rock solid because they have other motivations. 2, you got to look and see, do they recruit on the internet? If they do, run like hell. 3, Do you see the members of the clubs in the social media groups interacting with people on the opposite side of the fence? Remember, there's protocols within legit clubs, and one of those is members of clubs uphold a basic set of rules. One of those rules is they never talk with or interact with a person who was put out bad from another club, for example. If you see that happening, then you can be assured drama's going to follow, and in some case, trouble brewing for the club that they're a part of, that who's ever doing that. 4, hang around a potential club for at least 6 months. Don't rush into anything. The only way to truly know if the club is right for you is to get to know everyone without any attached strings. Most people want to rush right in, and the next thing you know, things go to shit because they didn't know what they were getting into. 5, does the clubs actually ride, or do they sit around a clubhouse or bar all the time? Do members actually hang out together outside of club functions? You know, these are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to figuring out what club is good for you. Personally, I always recommend joining an A-Bait or a motorcycle rights group first. Get involved and see if you have the commitment level to that type of organization. Because if you cannot commit fully to an A-Bait chapter, then you're sure to hell not going to be able to commit to an MC. Better yet, like I always say, stay independent. After all, you don't have to wear a patch to be a biker. You have no obligations to no one, and furthermore, you won't waste the club's time going through their process if you cannot fully commit. Time will be your biggest investment starting off in an MC, especially during the prospect period. Most of the time, family comes second to the club. You will have to decide if you will be able to put forth that kind of effort and sacrifice some things you wouldn't in the past in order to achieve patch status. And here's the truth of the matter. You're not going to learn anything from a short video like this. This video is suggestions on how to get started and some of the things to look for. No internet group or YouTube channel can give you the guidance you need. If you want to get the information on clubs, you're going to have to go do it the old-fashioned way. Jump on your motorcycle and put the effort in getting to know the MCs in your area. Forget what you read, heard, or watched on some of these internet sites or groups. The biggest bitch I hear from true members is people being a part of these groups and getting their advice about how they should join a motorcycle club or how they should act around one. They're not based in reality, and most of the time they are dead wrong on the advice they are given. You can only get the answers you're seeking from those who are patch holders in a club near you, plain and simple. So, I hope this helps you out. Don't forget to watch us every morning on the Biker Angle with the news happenings and the biker scene, and listen to the Motorcycle Madhouse every Tuesday on iHeartRadio. It's a really big podcast now. The numbers are going really strong, and that's thanks to you guys. And the YouTube channel, as you can see, is back up. We're repopulating, working our butts off on getting that back up and going. And Facebook, we passed that 10,000 mark, and we got, thanks everybody for that. And we're screaming now on Facebook as well. Like I said, past 10,000 followers and likes on that page. We're also on IGTV, so if you don't want to watch us on YouTube, you can catch the first 10 minutes of the Biker Angle every day on IGTV. Basically, all you have to do is go over there and follow us on Instagram and hit that IGTV button on your profile, and it takes you right to us. But with that, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Any other questions, put it in the comments section. If If you got any thoughts to the additions to the list that we put, go ahead and put those in the comments too. With that, everybody be safe, ride hard, crack the throttle, go party, go watch some boobs, but have fun.